Alright, hey there folks, this is Tim with an Elite Dangerous stream tonight, and tonight I'm continuing my exploration journey to the center of the galaxy in kind of an S shape that you've seen on my previous Elite Dangerous streams. And just going to bring you in on the game audio. And there we go, so now you can see the game. And where I'm at the location that I finished live streaming previously. You can see this was the waypoint that I've just been to, or I had just been to, on Saturday night I think it was. And obviously started off around Sol and got to this point so far. And we're heading in towards the center of the galaxy during this journey. Okay, so first thing I want to do before I start heading on to the next waypoint, which is what I'm trying to do tonight, is I'm going to go to another system nearby just to see if there's a nice angle for some additional screenshots.
Frameshift drive charging. Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one, engage. Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one, engage. Fuel scooping.
Okay, with this jump I arrived at that location that I wanted to check out. We have quite a few planets we can land on in this system, so I'm going to actually go and land on one of those moons. Hi Jack, how are you?
scoop disengaged.
Hi to June on Twitch too. Now I'm heading in for what should be quite a nice view here. There is a nebula right behind me, or to the right of me now, that should make for a fantastic looking view. A lot of surface features on this moon. A lot of canyons by the look of it. I should check its gravity first, shouldn't I? 0.13 G, okay.
Orbital flight engaged.
Traveling around the planet until I get to have the nebula in sight. Okay, there it is. Now what I'm looking for is to get the nebula kind of just above the horizon, and I think it'll make a nice screenshot. Maybe it looks like I might get the rings and the gas giant in the same shot. You can see them just over on the right there. I'll go for the nebula first. Does look like there's some very, very nice canyons here. Gonna head over towards that canyon that I can see. Looks very large. So it does look like there's a bit of a nice flat bottom to that canyon. Oh, in places, not all of it, obviously. Alright. Thank you for the follow on Twitch, June. Just so you know, if you prefer, I also stream onto YouTube as well. So you can actually take your pick. See kind of a little bit of flatness over here. That's where I'm going to head towards. Not that it's terribly flat. Alright. Slowly lower myself down here.
Landing gear deployed.
Definitely some flatter areas. Touchdown. I think this is a very nice looking icy moon. So actually the whole horizon is filled with the nebula. If I move around the horizon, you can actually see it 360 degrees just above the horizon. It's very nice. Okay. So I am on the light side of the planet. You can in the center of the screen right there, you can see the local star. So it's not quite as bright as I would have liked, but still, I'm you know, very appreciative of the terrain and everything. Okay, I just need to make sure that because I just took a high resolution screenshot, so I just want to check that actually took. Yes, it did. Okay. Because I installed an NVIDIA program that stopped it previously. Galactic Journey goes okay, Merdin on YouTube. It's I haven't actually progressed since I last streamed. I started off this stream in the same location, but it's all good. Just hoping to get to the next waypoint by the end of the stream tonight. Okay, so I think everything is a little bit further away than it feels. Closest terrain that I can probably actually climb up is this. Ouch. It's really low gravity, this planet. This rock over here looks entirely different to everything else here. How strange is that? So this is supposed to be an icy body. I'm guessing that the stuff I'm actually driving on is ice then. It does look like it has kind of crystals in it. I love some of the beautiful locations in this game that you can just decide to stop at randomly. So my ship is just over that hill, just out of view. Okay. Just stunning, absolutely stunning. There is my gorgeous ship. Not a great view there, really. Yeah, that's exactly it, you know, that I may literally be the only person that ever comes here, the only person that ever chooses this particular canyon to come and fool around in. And that's a pretty amazing thing, really. Still not totally happy with how my ship looks in this location. I don't know what it is. It's like the field of view is maybe too large, so it skews the image too much towards the edges of the frame. And I'm just very picky with something like that.
Handbrake is on. Handbrake is on.
That's what you get for trying to climb up ice. There are differences in the grip levels of the surface types in Elite. So you do slide down a hill that's made of ice that you might not slide down if it was another material. I don't know, I'd like to get a little bit further up the hill to take a screenshot there. Maybe here. There we go. Like you can see, if you look at the actual surface here, you can see that it's shiny. So this is ice, right here. It's an icy body, so it's ice. A little bit too skewed again for me. This is a really nice and very, very different location to view this nebula from to the one that was on the waypoint. Okay. Alright, I don't want to just slide straight down. I'm probably going to now, though. Come on. Yeah. Definitely cannot get enough traction on the ice. So try to take myself down to this next little slope here. No. Come on. No, I'm gonna go all the way down. Not much I could do about that. I think I am going to take my ship though and land right on the edge of this canyon. Take a few screenshots before I move on. Yeah, I think this planet looks great. It's very nice. So I think probably getting on this side is best for me.
Landing gear retracted. Landing gear deployed.
It's totally kind of flat up on the top here. A little bit of a slope to it, that's all. Okay, you can see a little bit of the canyon. I'm a little bit further away than I wanted to be. Let's have a look how far away I can get from my ship.
Low gravity warning. Handbrake is on.
Oh, don't like that shot. Don't like that shot, but if I cropped it in maybe a quarter, I think it would look better. Seems like there's a lot of materials on this planet. Scanner's kind of going crazy a little bit. Textures look kind of low resolution, but I think it's the material type. with it being what it is. Okay.
Chassis integrity compromised. Took a long time for the handbrake to slow the SRV there. It's almost instant on some materials. No, don't like that. Nope. Yeah, I don't want to go too much closer to that edge either, do I? Alright. Let's get out of here and carry on our journey. Every other planet, as soon as the board ship lights up, you can hit the handbrake and it'll stop in the right spot. But now on this planet, it slides. Okay, so let's figure out what we're doing here. Next waypoint, I think... Yeah, so that's the waypoint we've just been to. And we're going to waypoint 4. because I incorrectly named them here. And waypoint 4 is 4,000 light years away, so I really have my work cut out for me, don't I? Okay, so about halfway is there, and about another quarter is there. I'm going to go slightly to the side so that I should be able to stay away from a lot of the planets that other players on the expedition have visited. Okay, let's try that again. Nope, still need 400 less. And maybe there. Some of these stars are pretty far apart too. Okay.
Landing gear retracted. Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Yeah, I need to be going to the other side. To get the image I want, I need to be flying to that side. I think. Unless I need to be like that. I think I do. That is a very nice image though. I'm going to have to take one without the ship as well. Because not every screenshot has to be in landscape. I like to take the odd screenshot in portrait too. Just bringing the ship to a stop. Okay. Gonna have to crop this in quite a bit, I think. I don't think it looks very good from this far out. Too much edge skew from the field of view. See, if it's cropped in like that, I actually think it looks way better. Okay, let's get out of this system.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one. Engage.
Okay, we are on our way. Wasn't really aware it was that far to the to the next waypoint. That's come as a bit of a shock. May have to do a little bit of travel when I'm not streaming to try to catch myself up.
Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one. Engage. Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging. 2, 1, engage. Fuel scooping.
Nothing else in this system. Nope. Okay, I'm still on a discovered route. Hopefully I'll get off that pretty soon.
Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one, engage. Fuel scooping.
Hi, Andre. So, what time zone are you actually in normally, and what time zone have you been in?
Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one, engage. Fuel scooping.
Yes, that's right. Same time zone as me. Look at these moons. So all of these moons have an atmosphere, because you cannot land on them yet. And this one here looks like it's probably a methane world or something of that sort. But I'm gonna go check it out. It's not that far away.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
So it's a very large water world with a ring system. It's a very thin ring system. You can kind of only just see it. You have to, in order to get your name on a discovery, you have to scan it, which is what I have, because before you've scanned them, it'll say unknown or unexplored like that. And then once you've scanned it, which is what I'm doing now, you'll get the information on the planetary body. Okay, and then if you're the first person to do it, which I don't think I am for the water world, I think someone else's name was on it. Yeah. So when I get home and I upload this discovery, if I was the first person to do it, then my name would be there for everybody else. But I'm not the first person. He also scanned that and that. Looks like he actually scanned everything in the system, possibly. No, someone else actually did this one first. But so that's how it works. You have to get your data all the way home. Scanning it out here and then dying, it's a complete loss. You do not get anything. It's a very, very thin ring system. The center section of the rings there, you actually can completely see through it.
Frameshift drive charging.
It's quite rare for a water world to have a ring system, from my experience.
Fuel scooping.
Looks like, yep, just a star, that's all. So I've got this star's data, and on the system map here, you can see there is no name underneath that it's been discovered. So, I mean, there could be somebody that is on their way home now, or even on the same trip that I am, that scanned it. But if they don't sell it before I do, then I get the credit for discovering it first.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
I actually think there's going to be, because there's supposed to be about 300 pilots that are on this expedition with me, and I think a lot of them will have taken almost the same route or even jumped with each other. So among those guys, it's almost going to be a race to sell data as soon as we get to the final waypoint. For the whole journey, I've pretty much kept myself to myself
Fuel scooping.
and tried to plan routes that aren't kind of on the beaten path so much. So hopefully a lot of my stuff will be, will get my name on it. And apart from getting your name on it, you get a bonus for discovering something first too. So for each thing that you scan, you get a certain amount of credits, and basically the more useful
Fuel
it's
scoop
considered to be,
disengaged.
whatever you're scanning, the more in-game credits that you actually
Frameshift
get
drive
for it.
charging.
So if you find a scoopable star versus a brown dwarf that you can't scoop fuel from, then you know, the brown dwarf is worth less because it's essentially a dead star that's
3,
of no
2,
use.
1. Engage.
And then obviously if you discover it first, you get a bonus on top of that. And the water world that I just went and found, better than that, there are Earth-like worlds where basically humanity could essentially just go and colonize if they wanted to straight away. Water worlds we could obviously live on. Like here you can see this has been discovered. But people go essentially along the same route from like noticeable places, and that's what this expedition is. You know, we're going from
Fuel scoop disengaged.
a
Frameshift drive
major
charging.
nebula to the next major nebula, and obviously everybody who has done the same thing, going from nebula to nebula, has essentially gone a very, very, very similar route.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage. Fuel scooping.
What on earth? Why is it giving me that? It's saying analyzing scan. I don't know if I've just found a bug or what. There we go. So this one here, I think it's probably a methane world or something. That's probably a methane world as well.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
It's difficult to tell sometimes on the system map. They can sometimes look like they're not Earth-like worlds because of the coloration, and the coloration is down to the stars that are in the system. So sometimes it can actually be an Earth-like world and just does not look like one. Sometimes you just have to go and check them out. And even methane worlds or anything like that, they're more profitable than just any of the rocks without an atmosphere. Yeah, high metal content world, but if I actually go on the system map, you can find out what kind of atmosphere it has. So this atmosphere, it's an argon-rich atmosphere. So it's an argon atmosphere. Not really. The scanner, kind of the little kind of
Frameshift drive
almost like
charging.
chime sounds. I haven't noticed any real difference in those. When you're driving on a planet and you're scanning for materials, there are different sounds with those.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage. Fuel scooping.
Okay. So both of these look like interesting planets. They're both kind of looping around each other. But I don't think either of them are an oxygen atmosphere. But they're still worth a decent amount of credits, enough to go and check them out. I don't think I selected one, did I? No, I didn't. They should both be relatively close to each other if they orbit around each other.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
I have to go and get a drink of water in a moment. Forgot to get one before I started. So you can see both of those planets there. Okay, so I'm going to go get a glass of water. I did actually make some little videos today that I think look pretty cool. While I'm going to get my drink of water, I'm going to play that and you can let me know what you think. Oops. I moved the microphone away. You can let me know what you think of this video when I come back. I've made kind of a looping thing so that, like at the beginning of the stream, I'm going to say what's coming up tonight, and I've made one for that, and then the thank you at the end, I've made one for that, and then be right back, I've made one for that. So let me know what you think of this video. I'll be back in a moment. Okay, I'll turn the video off in a moment. I just want to let it go all the way through once so that you guys can see, and then let me know what you think.
Frameshift drive charging.
Okay, I think this is the last scene, and then it'll loop back to the beginning.
Fuel scooping.
And as you guys are not looking, I just jumped into a system with 2 stars right next to each other. I'll switch it back to the game in a second, Jack. I just wanted to show kind of these intermission videos that I've made to you guys that are kind of regular watchers. Looks like I lost some viewers by showing it, but oh well. And then there you go, that's back to the beginning again. So I'm going to turn that off now. There you go, you're back live. So yeah, I think that, you know, if I have to ever walk off, I just went and got myself a glass of water. But if I ever have to walk off, or saying kind of hi or bye or whatever, I think something like that, with footage from whatever game I'm playing, I like the look of it anyway. I don't know if every viewer would want to see it. I have to be kind of careful here, don't I, with these
Fuel scoop disengaged.
stars. Alright, there we go.
Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, I wanted to do one with screenshots, and I think I can. You know, wouldn't be difficult to. It's just being selective with the screenshots, you know. I still haven't got
Engage.
the screenshots from this expedition uploaded yet. I'm like a week and a half behind with uploading screenshots. The reason for that is because I take every screenshot in high resolution, which is like 7,000 pixels across or something like that. And then I crop and resize and stuff, so it's not a quick process. And all of those shots that are on the right hand side in that video, they're from the various kind of trailers that Frontier have put out for this game. And it dawned on me when I was making this that, you know, I'm out exploring, and all that's in all of the trailers is essentially combat, whether it's ship combat, surface combat. Where's the exploration trailers? And it's funny because it seems like most of the end user trailers, the ones that are made by actual people playing the game, are videos where they're showing the sights and sounds of the galaxy. So it's almost like they're trying to sell the game as a combat game, and then nobody that's actually playing it is really making videos of that.
Fuel scooping.
Mind you, they're probably not making videos of it because there's no real usable external camera, and obviously you would get killed if you were in your external camera. But anyway, thanks for the kind comments and feedback on that. That's it's good to see. I don't think I'll really use that be right back one very much. You know, I usually think to get a glass of water beforehand.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
But all the talking when I'm streaming usually makes my throat a bit dry, so it's a bit silly of me not to have thought of it. Damn, missed it. I have to remember fairly soon to turn around and get a shot of the nebula that I just left. Really don't feel like I've travelled very far. Yeah, I haven't. Look at that.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one. Engage. Fuel scooping.
I really am not having very much luck with Earth-like worlds during this trip, really. The only one I think I've actually found was when I wasn't streaming. During this whole journey I found one, and I was not streaming at that point. I was actually trying to catch up again after I crashed. So I'm not really having much luck there.
2, 1. Engage. Fuel scooping.
So, a fair few gas giants. We have a landable planet with rings. Looks probably too large for me to risk landing on, though. This one has an atmosphere, but certainly not an Earth-like. So, next system.
Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, 1. Engage. Fuel scooping.
Probably be streaming for maybe another 45 minutes or so.
Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
So, Jack, have you played any more Star Citizen? Any more thoughts about it?
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage. Fuel scooping.
Oh, you don't have your joystick in yet, of course, do you? You were saying
Fuel scoop disengaged.
you're waiting on your Warthog.
Frameshift drive charging.
I had it confirmed today that I will have one of the new T16000M HOTAS sticks by next Wednesday, I think I was told.
4, 3, 2.
So I'll be doing a video of that, and obviously showing all of its axes and buttons, and maybe kind of a side-by-side showing me using it in Elite and Star Citizen, and then obviously a camera so that you can see the actual stick. Try to do similar to what I did with the standard T16000M that I currently still use. What I do like, the control system with Star Citizen
Fuel scoop disengaged.
that actually confused the hell out of me at first was
Frameshift drive charging.
that literally you can have like it seems like about 8 different controllers, and like you can have the same action under 8 different controllers, and then whichever one you happen to have your hands on,
1.
that's the one you can do it with. It's really useful for a game that you go from running around to being in a ship, you know.
Fuel scooping.
Does the Warthog stick allow left-hand conversion? I know the T16000M does. That's one of the reasons why a lot of people use it, I think, as a dual stick setup. Because I did have a Warthog stick too, because I use a Warthog throttle with my left hand. And then I have a T16000M with my right hand.
Frameshift drive charging.
But I didn't think that the Warthog stick could be adjusted for left hand.
4, 3, 2, 2, 1. Engage.
Oh, okay. So do you have to specially order left-hand bodies?
Fuel scooping.
Okay. Like I know that there's quite a few people that mod the Warthog sticks, and I mean, for me, you know, the amount of money that's involved in buying a Warthog stick and throttle,
Frameshift
I would be
drive
terrified
charging.
of breaking it, you know. But I know there's people that if you Google Black Mamba joystick, there's a stick that a lot of people use,
2,
and they actually use the Black Mamba base, and then they actually use the Warthog stick with that. So there's actually a decent kind of modding crowd for joysticks that I really wasn't aware of until I saw this one guy doing it, and then that led me to spend, you know, like
fuel scooping.
half a day on YouTube looking at videos of people doing it. It's pretty amazing, really. Still, you know, the whole idea of it terrifies me with the amount of risk involved.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
So when you say the wiring in the Warthog is thin, do you mean it's all held together by glue? Okay. I guess, you know, if you have a solid shell, which the Warthog does, they can probably get away with being less protective of the wiring. But yeah, if you're opening that up, that's terrifying.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one. Engage. Fuel scooping.
Let's have a closer look at this. Nope. Seems like the Elite Dangerous Gods don't want me to find any Earth-like worlds.
Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one. Fuel scooping.
Just the star in this system.
Frameshift drive charging.
I think one of the next things I need to try to
4, 3,
look at with the
1. Engage.
with the stream is to kind of easily say what I'm doing on the screen, because there's a lot of people that join the stream. I can see them watching and then they leave, and it's probably because I'm not doing an activity that they want to watch, but it takes them a few, you
Fuel
know,
scooping.
minutes to realize that. So I think I need to put kind of a little overlay, and it has to be little because big ones annoy the hell out of me, that says that I'm obviously exploring. And then also I want to put on there that like the Twitch and the YouTube address, I need to find the size of text that will work, and obviously be visible on, you know, people's PCs easily,
Fuel scoop
but then not
disengaged.
be overwhelming to what's actually happening on
Frameshift
screen,
drive
you know?
charging.
Like I don't like the idea of someone coming in, wasting their time watching for 30 seconds and then, you know, going.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
If it's not what they want, it's not what they want.
Fuel scooping.
I think a lot of people watch streamers for the same reason that I do, which is kind of for a little bit of background noise. I watch streamers during the day when I'm working.
Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging. Four, 3, 2, 1. Engage. Fuel scooping.
These are really close to the star. Should be able to scan that gas giant without even moving. Yep.
The person who said earlier that when you discover an Earth-like world it makes kind of a chirping sound, is that like when you're scanning it? Like it doesn't really help me to find them, really, it just... You know, because you've already found it when you're scanning it. But... Or did you mean some different time?
Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one. Engage. Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged.
I think I want to turn off some of the audio warnings. There we go. And silence. And hopefully no countdown. Perfect.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged. Fuel scooping.
I feel like I'm a little bit closer than I usually like to be. Hey, fantastic. Okay. Might be a water world still, but let's go check out what these are. I'm way closer to that star than I want to be.
select the planet, didn't I? Let's try that again. So that's just a high metal content world. This one I totally think that it's an Earth-like world. I feel like I can see land masses there. It looks the right coloration. There's obviously a weather system. So hopefully I'll have my first on-stream Earth-like world. Alright, here we go. Waterworld. Darn it. So where was that nebula? I feel like it was up here. Okay. Move ship. Oh, there it is. Okay. So, where is that? Alright, so if I roll about, I don't know, 20 degrees, something like that. And stop. Let's go like that. There we go.
Still a little bit miffed that it's not an Earth-like world, but not much I can do about it. Okay, so that's the nebula I just came from, with the Earth-like world I just discovered. Or the water world, sorry, that I just discovered. Okay, back on course.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged.
So I have 13 jumps to go in this 1,000 light year journey. I think I should get that done by the end of the stream, and then I think I have about 3,000 light years left until the next waypoint. Might have to speedrun that. So
Fuel scooping.
it's not really what I wanted to do. I didn't really want to speedrun any of it. Okay. So I'm pretty sure that's not anything too great, but oops, I just deselected it. Force of habit. Gonna go and check this out anyway.
Fuel scoop
Although
disengaged.
that's kind of long enough away that I don't want to. Change of plan. Let's just get going. That's just a lot of nothingness right there. Kind of hoping I'm not
Going to be going into a lot of unscoopable stars right now. Usually where there's one of those, there's more.
Fuel scooping.
Okay, fairly sure that that's a methane world, and I think one of those is an ammonia world, but none of them are Earth-like.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
And the system map isn't perfect, but you know it's close enough that every single time that I thought something looked really very much like an Earth-like world, you know, it either was or it was a water world. Like I've never had something that looked like a methane world or an ammonia world or something that ended up being Earth-like. Not under normal kind
Fuel
of
scooping.
lighting conditions anyway. See, when I see that there are 31 objects in a system, I get all excited, but most of it is these asteroid belts right here. It's totally frustrating. So that's scanned. This one I might be able to scan without moving. So I can keep refueling while I scan this gas giant. Yep, there we go. Absolutely no issues with quality today on the stream. I'm quite happy with that. 0 dropped frames. Fairly consistent CPU usage and upstream speed. Sometimes it's just not that reliable.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Probably doesn't help that I normally stream on a Friday night, Saturday night and Sunday night, and everybody else in the neighborhood is probably killing my connection on those nights. Eight jumps to go.
Fuel scooping.
What is that? I don't think that's an Earth-like world, but it looks interesting.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
So this Earth-like world orbits a gas giant orbiting the star. That's interesting. Nope, high metal content world. Let's see what atmosphere it had. Ah, nitrogen atmosphere, so just missing the oxygen then, I guess. Actually, wouldn't Earth be considered a nitrogen atmosphere, really? It's supposed to be more nitrogen than oxygen in our air.
Fuel scooping.
I wonder why that wasn't considered to be an Earth-like world then. Probably the oxygen was too low, or maybe there wasn't any oxygen.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Nine minutes to go on the stream. 7 jumps to go. I'm setting myself a target bedtime today that I have to keep. I have a meeting in the morning, so gotta stick to it tonight. A lot of other nights I go like
Fuel scooping.
an hour over when I've said I'm going to, but can't do it tonight. Okay, Earth is 78% nitrogen. Okay. Thought so. I guess if it doesn't have the right amount of other gas types, 20% oxygen, okay. I wonder if I can find that system again. It's probably really hard to find it now. Because it could be any one of that. It's not that one. It's not that one. Or that one. Or that one. Or that one. Or that one. So... or that one. Okay, I give up. Sleep is the cousin of death. That's an interesting comment.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged.
You know, I'm really disappointed in myself for not checking how far away the next waypoint was before today. Like, that's a long way.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged.
Yeah, and I'm supposed to be at a rendezvous at that next waypoint on Saturday. Saturday evening my time. So yeah, it's a little bit difficult now thinking that I'm going to have the free time to get there. I've sort of promised that I will do a Star Citizen stream on Friday night with a load of Star Citizen players, so I don't want to let those guys down. And
Fuel scooping.
but I have a long way to go, so I'm probably going to do a little bit of off-stream travel during lunchtime tomorrow maybe, and try to get probably speed run maybe 1,000 light years or something. I can easily do that within 40 minutes if I don't do any serious scanning. And then I still, as I say, every single Elite Dangerous stream, I still have to get my screenshots uploaded. Because I have 2 folders on my desktop full of Elite Dangerous screenshots from this journey. And some of them are really nice. I need to just kind of pull my finger out and get that done.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Like when I make the highlight video, which I'll post one tomorrow, but I don't think there's that many actual highlights in this one. Then what I normally do is I put a screenshot or 2 in that video. But I've never put all of the screenshots, or sometimes not the best ones, in the highlight video. There's actually a link in the video info to where my screenshots should be if I had uploaded
Fuel
them.
scooping.
Okay, just 1 star. Yep. Am I on a... yeah. So I'm not on a known path. I think I'm far enough away now that most of what I come across should be unexplored. That should make a little bit more money, but like I said, I'm going to have to speedrun probably the next 2,000 light years. And then maybe finish the last 1,000 light years on a live stream on Saturday or something. Yeah, I'm really annoyed at myself for not checking the distance to the next waypoint until tonight. Okay, I think this is the last jump.
Fuel scooping.
Okay, interesting system, but not a lot of chance of an Earth-like. Okay, so I'm going to stay here and refuel. But I'm going to call it a night. It's 2 a.m. where I live, which is just south of Chicago. Thanks very much everybody for watching on both Twitch and YouTube. If you want to subscribe and follow, I do stream usually Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night US time, and you can see my info at the left hand side right now. I stream mostly space games. Just recently it's been literally Star Citizen and Elite all the time, not much else, and basically that's what I do. And I do dual stream, so you can actually catch me on either YouTube or Twitch, whichever one you prefer. And you can see my name there is Wheatley T on YouTube and TWHTLY on Twitch. Thanks to the regulars, Jack and Andre, and to Edmund, who's just actually shown up, but I'm just about to log off, and I only just noticed that he said hi. So yeah, thanks very much guys, and I'll be doing Star Citizen tomorrow night, which is Friday night my time, and I'll have to do Elite on Saturday and try to get to the next waypoint, which might be a little bit difficult, but I will give it a go. Thanks and good night everybody.